Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And good evening there, Chugiak Chinook fans. We are back once again in Kenai, Alaska. A little bit cold tonight, but we are ready for some Alaska Baseball League action. Tonight, your Chinooks play game 2 of a 3-game road series against the Peninsula Oilers. Last night, it was an eventful one, but the Chinooks fell 4-3 in an eventful loss that we saw ejections, balks, a lot of missed calls, but back on track tonight. The weather tonight, a little bit chippy, like I said, 61 degrees. The sun's starting to come out. A little bit of a wind, but really not that much. Anyway, tonight, the Oilers are hosting us with a 7-11 record. That's good for 4th place in the Alaska Baseball League. And your Chinooks coming into this game 8-12 after that loss last night. On the mound for the Oilers is Raymond Kerr from Lasser College. He comes in with a 1-0 record, a .9 ERA, and 20 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 8 hits. And so he has been on fire lately. Leading things out for the Chinooks is Mike Capriz. Playing left field tonight for the Chinooks. Following him is Jeremy Johnson. In the third hole and DHing is Aaron Shackelford. In the cleanup spot and playing second base is Brandon Mitchie. Justin Gomez batting 5th and will be behind the dish tonight. Playing third base and batting 6th is Alex Crotty. Hayden Mixon can be batting 7th and playing first base. Batting 6th, or batting 8th, and in the shortstop hole is Alex Schmitz. And closing things off in the 9th hole and playing right field is Levi Gilcrease. And Raymond Kerr, the first pitch of the game, goes in there for strike 1 to Prees. And he delivers the second pitch of the at-bat and a swing and a miss by Prees. And Prees going to have to protect early here, down 0-2. Raymond Kerr, last pitch June 22nd. And a Oilers win of 5-1 over the Pilots. Had 6 innings pitched. Gave up 1 run, 2 hits, 1 walk, and struck out 4. And so he has been really throwing some darts out there on the mound. The 0-2 pitch. And that one just hangs outside, ball 1. Last night, it's going to be interesting to see how these players react to the strike zone. Last night, it was a little bit chippy between the umpire and the players, but hoping for a better outcome tonight. The 1-2 pitch from Kerr. And Prees fouls that one off. To remain 1-2 at the count. Prees comes into this game 2 for 5 last night, a 4-3 loss over the Oilers, to boost his average up to .333 in 75 plate appearances. Now facing a 1-2 pitch from Kerr on the mound. And Prees is going to line that. And Nathan Webb over there at third base jabs that line drive, and that's out number 1 for the Oilers in the top of the first. Now batting, the Auburn center fielder, Jeremy Johnson. Johnson went 1 for 4 last night. And comes into this game in 50 plate appearances and 240 from Suwanee, Georgia. Comes in with 1 away and nobody out in the top half of the first. And the pitch from Kerr in there for strike 1. Kerr looks in 0-1. And a swing and a miss by Johnson. And once again, the Chinooks will have to protect here. And an 0-2 hole. Oh, 2 pitch. That one just hangs high for ball 1. And the 1-2 pitch to Johnson at the plate. And Johnson fouls that one away to keep this count at 1-2. Raymond Kerr from Alaskan Community College. In 16 appearances, started 13 games, went 7-4. In 91 innings pitched at a 3.56 ERA with 78 strikeouts. And he has brought that hot streak into this Alaska Baseball League in Johnson. Another foul ball down the right field side. And we'll have another 1-2 pitch coming up. Kerr now throwing from the left side. Looks at Johnson, 1-2 count. And the left-hander steps off the mound, rechecks. And the 1-2 pitch from the left-hander on the mound. And that one drops in there. Ball 2. Close call there with the ump said no go. And even count at 2-2 now. Johnson has worked his way back from an 0-2 hole. And we'll see here if he can continue that here. 2-2 pitch. And that one hangs high. And Johnson has turned it around here, started 0-2, and has worked his way into a full count of 3-2. Kerr looks into his catcher, Mikey Honer, and throws the full count. And Johnson just gets some wood on that and sends that to the backstop. And we'll have another full count pitch on its way. Kerr, only 3 walks this season. So we'll see here if Johnson get up for 3-2 pitch, 1 out, nobody on. And Raymond Kerr on the mound, Jeremy Johnson the plate, the 3-2 pitch. And Johnson lines that to left field. And that ball's going to drop and go to the wall. Johnson going to dig around first. And this is going to be extra bases. And Johnson's going to stroll into second with a stand-up double. And with 1 out in the top half of the first, the Chinooks are going to have a base runner in scoring position. As Isaac DeVow out there in left field could not get a good read out there. And that ball just trinkled over left field and rolled to the wall. And now Aaron Shackelford in the DH spot tonight. We'll have a runner in scoring position to put the Chinooks on the board early. Kerr checks Johnson at second. Faces the left-hander of the box, Aaron Shackelford. And Shackelford takes that one outside and low ball 1. Aaron Shackelford from the Masters University went 0 for 3 last night, but had 2 walks. Comes into this game with a .295 average and 2 bombs and 10 ribbies. And they'll look to add another one here with a runner on second and 1 away. And Shackelford barely makes contact, but sends that to the backstop. And we'll have a 1-1 count. Johnson takes his lead off second. Kerr looks in from the mound. Shackelford digs in from the left side of the plate. Kerr sets and throws and drops a beautiful breaking ball in there for strike 2. 1-2 pitch. Coming from Raymond Kerr on the mound. And Shackelford fouls that one off. And we'll have another 1-2 pitch coming up. Jeremy Johnson, after 1 out, stand-up double to left field, stands on second in the top half of the first, 1 away. And Aaron Shackelford digs in at the plate. 1-2 pitch coming from Raymond Kerr on the mound. The Lassen College lefty. 1-2. And throw back to Johnson over to second. And good save over there by the shortstop, John Thomas, to keep that ball from going in center field. Johnson, good speed out there at second. And he'll have to put that in good use if the ball can get to the outfield somewhere. And he can come home. 1-2 pitch, 1 away, top of the first, runner on second. And Aaron Shackelford in the batter's box here, the 1-2 pitch. That one is low, ball 2. Brandon Mitchie, the Australian, is in the on-deck circle as he'll look to get some hacks in this top half of the first. Kerr looks in, 2-2 count now. Johnson on second. Shackelford at the plate. And 1 out in the top half of the first. 2-2 pitch coming on. And Shackelford hits that right to the first baseman, Jeremy Conant. And he's going to run over to first. Johnson does come over to third from second. And now, runner on third, 2 away for the left-handed hitting second baseman, Brandon Mitchie, as he strides to the plate. Brandon Mitchie struck out looking last night to end the game for the Chinooks. So he'll look have the opposite effect here and bring home a run from third with 2 away, top half of the first. Brandon Mitchie at the plate. And Mitchie thought about it, but laid back, but that one goes in there for strike 1. Mitchie last night went 2 for 5 with a strikeout. That's a .243 batting average and 70 plate appearances. 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 12 RBIs, and he'll look to make that 13 here with a runner on third and 2 outs. 0-1 pitch coming from Kerr. And that one's in the dirt. Good job by Mikey Honer behind the plate to keep that in front of him. 1-1 count now. One pitch coming from Kerr on the mound and throws. And once again, down low, ball 2. Mitchie, good patient hitter up there. He's not afraid to sit back and wait for his pitch. And we'll see here how Kerr adjusts on the mound. 2-1 pitch now with a runner on third and 2 outs. And that one is low for ball 3, and now hitters count to the Chinooks second baseman. As Kerr has to find the strike zone here. Like I said earlier, Kerr has only allowed 3 walks this season. And so Mitchie will surely get a pitch to hit here. Kerr winds and delivers the 3-1. And that one just gets in the strike zone as Mitchie was ready to send that bat to the dugout and take his base. We'll have a full count coming from Raymond Kerr after he dropped that strike 2 in there. 3-2 pitch, 2 away, runner on third. 0-0 ball game here in the beautiful Kenai, Alaska. And we're going to have a time called. And now, folks, it looks like we're going to have a time, and I do not know what's going on. I'll keep you updated, but we have had some Chinook and Oiler players running to the Chinook bullpen. I have no idea what's going on here. as Chris Beck, the pitching coach, ran down and then was followed by some Oilers. And it looks like we might have a Chinook down or a fan or something, as it looks like the Oilers are bringing out the med kit. And oh boy. Again, I have no idea what's been going on, but it looks like somebody has gotten hurt. And again, I am not going to try to speculate, but we're going to take a short break here. But once I find out what's going on, I'll be right back. All righty, folks. Well, after a delay of game, we are back and we are ready to continue this action of Chinook baseball. Apologize for that delay of game. But we are back with Chinook baseball. Keep you updated. Jeremy Johnson on third. Brandon Mitchie at the plate and facing a 3-2 count from Raymond Kerr. Kerr throws, and Mitchie fouls that one to the backstop. And we're going to keep this at 3-2. Three-two pitch coming from Kerr. Johnson on third. 2 outs. And that one is going to be ball 4, and Mitchie's going to take his base. And now we have runners on the corners with 2 away. Justin Gomez now steps to the plate with runners on the corners and 2 away. Raymond Kerr, that was just his 4th walk of the season. So maybe the Chinooks can strike here. Two outs, runners on the corners, and the pitch to the left-handed DH. And Gomez is going to rip that into right field, and that just gets by Oliver Dunn, second baseman, and the Chinooks have a 1-0 lead early in this ball game. Gomez lined that into right. A good effort there by Dunn at second, but just could not reach out his glove far enough. And now the Chinooks with a 1-0 lead, and the runners on first and second, 2 outs. Alex Crotty, the third baseman. We normally see him behind the dish, but he's going to be playing the hot corner tonight. Comes with a chance to extend this lead from 1 to 2 and maybe more. Raymond Kerr now. He's not one to give up that many runs. We'll look to keep this game where it's at. And Crotty pops that high. And first pitch swinging. Nathan Webb at third. Puts that away in foul territory. And through the top half of the first, the Chinooks, after 2 hits, put one run on the board. The Chinooks have a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first. And as we're back here in the bottom of the first, your Chinooks have a 1-0 lead over the Peninsula Oilers. Coming to the bottom half, the first on the mound for your Chinooks. Here's the right-hander from the Masters University, Robert Winslow, otherwise known as Rob Winslow. Winslow has 8 innings pitched this season, 5 strikeouts, 1.12 ERA, 3 walks, and has given up 6 hits, and he misses outside for ball 1. To John Thomas, the Oilers shortstop, leading things off in this bottom half of the inning. And that one just hangs high for ball 2. 2-0 count to the USC shortstop, and that one is in there for strike 1. Thomas comes into this game in 264 last night. Went 1 for 3, came across the score once, and walked once and struck out once. And he has a 2-1 count coming from Winslow on the mound, and that one just hangs inside for ball 3. 3-1 count to Thomas at the plate. Winslow on the mound. Winslow winds and throws. And that one is in there for ball 4. And the Oilers going to have a leadoff base runner after Thomas is issued a walk by Winslow on the mound.
From the University of Utah, number 3, Oliver Dunn.
Oliver Dunn now, the Oilers' second baseman. Comes up to the plate with a runner on first, nobody out. 1-0 lead for the Chinooks. Oliver Dunn from the University of Utah. Hits from the left side, throws from the right. He comes into this game hitting 246 through 61 plate appearances. John Thomas stands on first after a 5-pitch walk. Winslow throws over to Mixon at first. Nothing going on. That one in there for strike 1. 0-1 count. Base and done. Runner on first. Winslow sets. 0-1 pitch coming to Dunn at the plate. Throws back over to Thomas at first. Thomas slides in safely. One pitch again coming from Winslow. Winslow sets on the mound. And that one's in there for strike 2, and Winslow has an 0-2 count on Dunn on the mound. Oh, 2 pitch. Thomas at first. Dunn at the plate. Winslow on the mound. Looks in. 0-2 pitch coming. And a swing and a miss by Dunn. And Winslow has 1 out in the bottom of the first after that swing and miss for a strikeout.
Designated hitter for Murray State University, number 21, Caleb Hicks.
Caleb Hicks now in the DH slot for the Oilers. Steps to the plate with 1 out and 1 runner on. Hicks from Murray State University. And he'll face Winslow on the mound. Winslow just got done swinging. Has a runner on first with 1 out. And that one is in there for strike 1 to Hicks. A 1 pitch. And that one is in there for strike 2. Generous strike call. Good pitch framing there by the catcher, Justin Gomez. Winslow looks in. 0-2 pitch to Hicks at the plate. And a swing and a miss on a high fastball by Winslow. Out number 2 after back-to-back strikeouts by the right-hander on the mound for the Chinooks.
Number 32, Bogans.
And with 2 outs, runner on first, Jeremy Conan. Come to the plate, grounds that to Mitchie. Mitchie throws over to first, and that's going to do it. As the Oilers get a base runner on, but falls short of putting a run on. And through the first inning, the Chinooks have a 1-0 lead. We'll be back in the top of the second. And as we come to the top of the second, Hayden Mixon going to lead things off here for the Chinooks. And that one's in there for strike one. Mixon playing first base tonight. A 1 pitch. And Mixon fouls that one out, and he's going to have to protect here as an 0-2 hole. And there goes the kids. That down that foul ball. I remember that age. Hunger Games style. Mixon now with Raymond Kerr on the mound. 0-2 pitch. Here in the top of the second. And that one on the outside for ball 1. One-two pitch coming from Kerr. Kerr delivers. And Mixon again fouls that one out of play. And we'll have another 1-2 count.
Charlie Pierce for Burrow Mayer.
One-two pitch from Kerr. And a swing and a miss by Mixon. And the throw over down to first after drop third strike. And that is out number 1 after the strikeout by Mixon. 1 away here in the top of the second.
Shortstop, number 11, Alex Schmitz.
Alex Schmitz now playing shortstop. Steps to the plate from Oral Roberts University. With 1 away, nobody out. With 1 away, nobody on. Raymond Kerr on the mound. Alex Schmitz at the plate. And a swing and a miss by Schmitz for strike 1. And the sun is starting to come out now. And hopefully that shines some more light on this Chinook offense. Been struggling of late. Been hitting the ball hard, just not been able to find open ground there. And we'll see if that changes. Already has a 1-0 lead. And Schmitz fouls that one off the catcher's glove. For strike 2. 0-2 hole now for the Chinook shortstop. Oh, 2 pitch. And that one's down low for ball 1. One-two pitch. And a fastball hanging high. Get Schmitz swinging there for out number 2. Now the 9-hole hitter, Levi Gilcrease, steps to the plate with 2 outs.
Right fielder, number 10.
And nobody on in the top half of the second. 1-0 lead here for the Chinooks after they were able to get a runner on in the top half of the inning in the first. Kerr looks into Gilcrease. And the left-hander winds and throws. And Gilcrease first pitch swinging to Dunn at second. And Dunn has trouble gripping that ball. And that's going to be an error. And Gilcrease is going to be on here. To the top of the order, Mike Capri stepping to the plate with 2 outs in the top half of the second.
Number 24, Micah Breeze.
And we'll see what Mike Caprice can do with the runner on first with 2 outs. Mike Caprice has been a pretty dependable leadoff hitter. Doesn't possess a lot of power, but can put the ball in play and put it in play where nobody is. And able to do that, just that, in this at-bat. Runner on first, Kerr sets on the mound and throws. And Priest chops that into Dunn. Dunn gonna field this one and throw over to Conan at first. And that's going to be out number 3, and we head to the bottom of the second. Chinooks lead 1-0. Bottom of the second here. Chinooks have a 1-0 lead. And Robert Winslow back out there on the mound for the Chinooks after pitching a scoreless bottom of the first. Nathan Webb who will be attending UC Riverside next year. Chops the first pitch swinging to Schmitz at short. And the throw over to Mixon. And on the first pitch swinging. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. Good job by Winslow, as Winslow couldn't have asked for anything better there. Matthew Acosta now, the University of Southern California center fielder. Stepping to the plate now with a 1 out and nobody on for the Oilers. Acosta hits from the left side, stands at 5'11". And facing Robert Winslow on the mound. Winslow looks in and throws. And that one's first pitch out to Johnson in center, and Johnson takes a few steps back, and 2 pitches, 2 outs for Winslow. And if I'm Winslow, got to be feeling pretty good right now. Isaac DeVoe now, the Oiler left fielder, comes to the plate, 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom half of the second. And the pitch. There for strike 1 to DeVoe. Isaac DeVoe from University of Utah faces an 0-1 count. And Winslow throws that one outside for ball 1. One pitch from Winslow. And that one's chopped foul.
Brought to you by the Oilers Booster Club.
1-2 pitch coming from Winslow. looking to get out of this inning. And the pitch. And that's up high for ball 2. Winslow sets on the mound. DeVoe at the plate. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Winslow winds and throws, and that's chopped over to Crotty at third. And Crotty not able to get that as he tried to barehand that pickup. It was going to be a close play no matter what. Crotty, first time playing third this season, has an air there over at the hot corner. And now the Oilers get a base runner on with 2 outs. Thomas Ruddy, the Oiler right fielder who made a great throw last night to get Levi Gilcrease coming home to keep the Oilers in front 4-3. And he takes strike 1 there from the Chinook right-hander. Isaac DeVoe on first. Thomas Ruddy at the plate. Robert Winslow on the mound. 0-1 pitch coming. And there's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And that one's popped up. And Schmitz goes out from short, but Johnson going to call him off in center. And Johnson pops that one out and puts that away. And that's 3 through 2. The Chinooks have a 1-0 lead. When we come back, your Chinooks come to the plate in the top half of the third. Top of the third here. Chinooks hold the 1-0 lead over the Oilers as Jeremy Johnson steps to the plate to lead things off in the top half of the third. And the first pitch from Kerr misses outside for ball 1. One-0 pitch from the Oiler lefty on the mound. And Johnson at the plate. And Johnson chops that into left field, and that gets by. And the Chinooks going to have a leadoff base runner here in the top of the third. Now batting, designated hitter Aaron Shackelford. Runner on first and nobody out. 1-0 lead here for the Chinooks. Kerr looks in with the runner on first and nobody out. And throws over to Johnson at first. And just gets back in safely. Good pickoff move there by Kerr on the mound. Kerr, the first pitch is Shackelford. Shackelford takes that one in for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch to Shackelford. And Shackelford going to pop that bunt up. And Kerr, he's going to put that away. And Shackelford not happy with himself down first base line. Slammed his bat down. Not happy. But Brandon Mitchie now with one away and a runner on first. We'll look to put some action going on here. Took a walk in his last at-bat in the top half of the first. And Kerr, another quick pickoff attempt. And this time not close, but Johnson does slide back in safely. Kerr looks into Mitchie. And drops that one in for ball one. One 0 pitch. And Mitchie fouls that one out of play.
That foul ball brought to you by First National Bank Alaska.
One pitch from Kerr on the mound. Brandon Mitchie at the plate. Jeremy Johnson stands at first. Kerr, the 1-1 pitch. And there goes Johnson. And Honer had trouble gripping that ball, and Johnson is going to be aboard second with one out and a 2-1 pitch coming to Mitchie. Johnson, good speed out there. Got a good jump, and Honer would have got him even with a good throw. Two 1 pitch, the throw over to second, and Johnson just slides back in safely. As John Thomas out there at short was tracking that all the way, but Johnson able to just get his hand in there in time. 2-1 pitch coming to the Chinook second baseman, Brandon Mitchie at the plate. Jeremy Johnson on second. 1-0 lead here in the top half of the third inning. Kerr looks in and throws. And Mitchie takes that one in for strike two. Kerr seems to be the owner of a dominant breaking ball that just drops in beautifully. Now has an even count of 2-2 to work with here to the Australian-born Brandon Mitchie. Johnson takes his lead from second. Mitchie digs in at the plate. Kerr sets on the mound and throws. And Mitchie fouls that one down the first base line, and we'll do a 2-2 pitch again. Once again, 2-2 pitch coming from Kerr on the mound. And that one's down in the dirt. Ball three. Good job by Honer behind the plate to keep that in front of him. Three-two pitch coming from Kerr. And that one's chopped over to Dunn at second. Dunn fields that, throws over to first. And there's two outs now as Johnson comes from second to third. Almost a deja vu moment as Johnson stands at third, did the same thing in the top half of the first as he came to second and third on a ground ball. And now Justin Gomez, who had an RBI single, inning, comes to the plate with two outs. And Jeremy Johnson, standing 90 feet away, represents the second run of the ball game for the Chinooks. Kerr going to be in the windup now and throws. And Gomez watches that breaking ball come in for ball one. One 0 pitch. And Gomez going to hit that one foul out of the way.
That foul ball brought to you by the Jonas Brothers.
One pitch coming from Kerr. And the pitch to Gomez. And Gomez lets go of the bat. And a hefty swing there as he's going to have to go as he let that one fly. 1-2 pitch coming from Gomez. Johnson at third. Kerr on the mound. Gomez. 1-2 pitch coming from Kerr on the mound. 2 outs. Top of the third. Kerr. The 1-2 pitch. And Gomez fouls down to the backstop, and we'll have another 1-2 pitch coming. One-two pitch from Kerr. And that one just misses for ball 2. Two-two pitch, 2 outs, top of the third, and the pitch from Kerr. And that one hangs outside for ball 3, and Gomez has worked his way into a full count. And Gomez is going to foul that out of play.
That foul ball brought to you by Unique Bus Charters.
Full count to Justin Gomez at the plate. 2 outs. Jeremy Johnson on third. 1 lead for the Chinooks in the top half of the third inning. Kerr looks in. Justin Gomez at the plate. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. And that one hangs outside for ball 4. And Gomez going to have a 2-out walk. And now Alex Crotty on a first pitch fly out. Steps to the plate with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Alex Crotty playing third base tonight for the Chinooks. Look to do some damage in the batter's box with Jeremy Johnson on third and Justin Gomez on first and Raymond Kerr on the mound. And the pitch, and Crotty takes that one inside for strike 1. One pitch coming. That one's down low for ball 1 from Kerr. One pitch. One pitch from Kerr. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Top of the third to Alex Crotty. And Crotty going to send that into right field, and that's going to be an RBI single as Johnson comes home. Good job by Crotty to work that opposite field. And now the Chinooks have a 2-0 lead here as Hayden Mixon steps to the plate. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Justin Gomez on second. Alex Crotty on first. And Jeremy Johnson just crossed the plate. Give the Chinooks a 2-0 lead. Mikey Horner now going to go have a word with his left-hander on the mound. Now the umpire going to go and break that meeting up on the mound as Horner comes back in the squad. Kerr now looks into Mixon at the plate. Mixon struck out swinging in his first at-bat. And Mixon, a big swing and a miss for strike 1. The Chinooks now have a 2-0 lead in the top half of the third with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Raymond Kerr on the mound. Hayden Mixon at the plate. The 0-1 pitch from Kerr. And Mixon swings and misses again from that pitch on the outside. Strike 2. 0-2 hole for the Chinook first baseman at the plate. Kerr sets, runners on first and second, 2 outs, 0-2 pitch. And Mixon goes down swinging. And we head at bottom of the third. The Chinooks plate 1, And as we head to the bottom half of the third inning, the Chinooks hold the lead of 2-0. We'll be back. And as we're back in the bottom of the third, the Chinooks were able to plate one in the top half of the inning to give Robert Winslow and the Chinooks a 2-0 lead. Mikey Hoyner now, the Oiler catcher, steps to the plate to lead things off for the Oiler half of the inning. Winslow, the first pitch. And a swing and a miss by Hoyner on a fastball up high. Going to put that out in the right field, and Gilcrease going to roll to his right and put that away for out number one.
Now batting for your Peninsula Oilers, shortstop from the University of Southern California, number 20, John Thomas.
John Thomas now, the leadoff hitter for the Oilers, comes to the plate. With one away at the bottom of the third, the Chinooks hold the 2-0 lead. We just passed the 8 o'clock mark here. Beautiful scenery here in Kenai, Alaska. And the pitch from Winslow. That's up high for ball one. 1-0 count now. Thomas at the plate. Oliver Dunn on deck. Winslow the leg kick and throws. And that one comes just a tad inside as that hits Thomas. And Thomas is going to take first. And now Oliver Dunn, the second baseman for the Oilers,
Number 3, Oliver Dunn.
comes to the plate with a runner on first and only one out. And we'll see here if the Oilers can put something together. Winslow looks into Dunn. And that one's out in the left center. There's going to be trouble. And Johnson dives and puts the catch away. And the throw to first. And not the double play. That's Thomas able to hustle back in and slide to first. What an effort by the Chinooks center fielder, Jeremy Johnson. Saved a run and saved extra bases. And now 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Jeremy Johnson, the speedster in center, showing off his impressive range there to save extra bases, and no doubt about it, a run for Robert Winslow and the Chinooks. Now Caleb Hicks, the DH, steps to the plate with a runner on first and 2 outs. And Hicks, first pitch swinging, is going to send that foul, and that one plops right in front of us. 0-1 count. Facing Caleb Hicks at the plate. And that one's in there for strike 2 from Winslow. Oh, 2 pitch coming from Winslow. And throws back over to first and got him! As Thomas was caught sleeping over there, and Winslow, great pickoff attempt over to Mixon. And that is out number 3. We're through 3. The Chinooks hold the 2-0 lead. When we come back, the Chinooks come to the plate in the top of the 4th. And as we're back in the top of the 4th, Schmitz faces an 0-2 hole. After that, swing and miss strike there. The 0-2 pitch. Inside for strike 3, and Schmitz goes down looking there for strike 1. Or out 1, excuse me.
Now having for the Chinooks, right fielder, number 10,
Levi Gilcrease now steps to the plate with 1 out on the top of the 4th. 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. That one in there for strike 1 to the Baylor Bear. Yo, 1 pitch coming from Kerr. And that one's chopped. Foul to the backstop by Gilcrease. Strike 2. Oh, 2 count. Gilcrease has to protect here. Kerr sets on the mound. And throws. Up high for ball 1. One, 2 count now. Coming from Kerr on the mound to Gilcrease at the plate. Inside for ball 2. Even count of 2-2 here. With Mike Capri standing on deck for the Chinooks. Two pitch. And Kerr steps off the mound. Two pitch. And that one is outside low. And Gilcrease has worked his way to a full count of 3-2. Three-two pitch. Coming from Kerr. Gilcrease sends that one on the play, and we got a little battle going on here. Kerr on the mound, 3-2 pitch. Gilcrease at the plate with 1 out and nobody on in the top half of the 4th. Kerr sets and delivers. And Gilcrease, since that's done at second, done, puts that away for out number 2. Top of the order now for the Chinooks as Mike Capri steps to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Kerr looks into the Prees. And that one's in there for strike 1. 0-1 count now to the Point Loma Nazarene University outfielder. Kerr, the 0-1 pitch. And Prees sends that to the Chinook dugout for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch coming from Kerr on the mound. Kerr sets and delivers. Outside for ball 1. One-two pitch. And Prees out to Thomas at short. Thomas sets and throws, and Prees is going to be safe if he hustled down the line for the infield single. And after Prees hustled down the line to keep this inning alive, Jeremy Johnson comes to the plate with a runner on first and 2 away. 2-0 lead here in the top half of the 4th in favor of your Chugiak Chinooks. Kerr now is working here with a runner aboard and 2 away. Johnson steps in. That one's in the dirt. Good job by Honer. Keep that in front of him. A 1-0 count to the Chinook center fielder. Johnson made a great play in the bottom of the 3rd, a diving effort to steal away extra bases and almost doubled up the runner on first, John Thomas. 1-0 pitch. And that one is in for ball 2. And that's got a call for Honer to go have a word with his lefty on the mound. Two no count now. Coming up to Jeremy Johnson at the plate. Mike Capri stands on first. And 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Aaron Shackelford digs on deck for the Chinooks. But right now, Johnson will look to keep things going here with 2 away for the Chinooks in the top half of the 4th. 2-0 lead. Prees takes his lead on first. Johnson digs in, and Kerr throws back over to first. Kerr from that left side has a great pickoff move over there. 2-0 pitch coming from Kerr. Kerr in the set position. That one hangs outside, and Johnson now in full control in the batter's box, 3-0. Raymond Kerr has to find the strike zone here. 3-0 count, 2 outs, runner on first. Top of the 4th, a 3-0 pitch. And that one is ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk from Jeremy Johnson. And now Aaron Shackelford works with good speed on the base pass on first and second. And with 2 outs, Aaron Shackelford, the 3-hole hitter, will look to keep this lead and extend it for the Chinooks in the top half of the 4th. Aaron Shackelford in his last at-bat, a little frustrated, tried to put a button down, that popped it up. Jeremy Johnson was on base, came around to score anyway, but Shackelford will look for a different result in this at-bat. Kerr looks in with 2 outs. In the top of the 4th, runners on first and second. Kerr the pitch, and Shackelford chops that to Dunn at second. Dunn fields that, and on first pitch, Shackelford grounds out for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Your Chinooks have a 2-0 lead, and Robert Winslow will come again to the mound for the Chinooks. We'll be back. Bottom of the fourth here. Caleb Hicks stepping to the plate to lead things off for the Oilers. Robert Winslow has only allowed one hit through 3 innings, and he'll look to continue his hot streak on the mound as he gets Hicks. A first pitch swinging strike. Winslow looks in, 0-1 count, and throws, and drops that one in for ball 1. One pitch. That one's outside for ball 2. Two-one pitch from Winslow. That one's chopped up into the outfield. Gilcrease going to give chase. And Gilcrease camps into that one and puts that away for out number 1.
Now batting for your Peninsula Oilers. First baseman for Pasadena City College. Number 32, Jeremy Conan.
Jeremy Conan come to the plate with 1 away in the bottom of the 4th and no runners on for the Oilers. 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. And Winslow looks in with 1 away and delivers. Outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. Coming to the Pasadena City College first baseman, and he thought about it, but hangs out for ball 2. 2-0 pitch. And drops that one in there for strike 1. Winslow does. 2-1 pitch for the Masters University right-hander on the mound. And that one's fouled out of territory. 2-2 count.
That foul ball brought to you by Sharon Hale.
Two pitch. And just missed inside for ball 3. Three-two pitch from Winslow. That one's chopped to Mitchie at second. Mitchie fields that and throws over to Mixon, and there are 2 outs now in the bottom half of the 4th.
Now batting for the Oilers. A third baseman heading to the University of California, Riverside. Number 23, Nathan Webb.
Nathan Webb now steps to the plate with 2 away in the bottom half of 4th of this game. That one's chopped out in the left field, and Mike Capri's going to give chase. But Jeremy Johnson, the center fielder, going to call that one and put that away. Robert Winslow, 4 innings pitched of 1-hit baseball, and we head to the top of the 5th. With 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks as we head to the top half of the 5th. Top of the 5th here now for the Chinooks. Chinooks have a 2-0 lead as Brandon Mitchie, the Aussie second baseman, steps to the plate to lead things off for the Chinooks. Raymond Kerr back on the mound. for the Oilers. And here he comes, delivering the first pitch of the fifth. And that one is good for strike one. A 1 pitch, and Mitchie lines that in the center, and we're going to have a leadoff base runner here on the top half of the fifth.
Now batting for the Chinooks, catcher, number 25,
Justin Gomez now stepping to the plate with a runner on first and nobody out on the top half of the fifth. Gomez for the first run of the board. On for the Oilers, on for the Chinooks. And Kerr throws over to first, and Mitchie gets caught sleeping there. And that's one out. Great move by Kerr on the mound as Mitchie was left hopeless over there at first. And now, after that pickoff, nobody on with one away for Justin Gomez at the plate. And that one is outside, ball one. 1-0 pitch. And Gomez over to Dunn at second. Dunn fields that. Over to Conan at first. And that is 2 away now in the top half of the fifth.
number 17, Alex.
And the third baseman for the Chinooks, Alex Crotty, coming to the plate. Nobody on and 2 away in the top half of the fifth. Kerr winds and throws, and that one's up high for ball one. One-0 pitch from Kerr. And Crotty over to Dunn at second. Dunn getting a lot of action in this game. Throws over again to first. And that's 3 for the Oilers. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 2-0 lead for the Chinooks as the Oilers come to the plate. Now after the Chinooks put 0 on the board in the top half of the fifth, the Oilers step to the plate. Matthew Acosta to lead things off. And the pitch from Winslow on the mound. And Acosta, big swing and a miss for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. And another swing and a miss by Acosta, and Winslow in the driver's seat here on the mound, 0-2. And that one's down low, ball 1. One-two pitch for Winslow on the mound. Matthew Acosta at the plate. And Acosta into Mitchie at second. Mitchie fields that, throws over to first, and that is out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting for your Peninsula Oilers. Left fielder
Now coming to the plate for the Oilers. Isaac DeVoe, the left fielder for tonight. 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. One out pitch coming from Winslow. That one is outside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch and a swing and a miss by DeVoe. So you have to count 1-1. 1-1 pitch and a swing and a miss by DeVoe, and Winslow really feeling it up there on the mound. 1-2 count now. And that one's chopped foul down the line. 1-2 count coming again. One-two pitch. And that one's chopped to Schmitz at short. Schmitz feels that. Throw it to first. And 2 away here in the bottom half of the 5th.
Now batting for your Peninsula Oilers. Right fielder from Yale University. Number 17, Thomas Ruddy.
Now with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th. Thomas Ruddy to the plate for the Oilers. And Ruddy puts that bunt down. Winslow's going to have to hurry. Winslow slides down as he was trying to hustle over to make that play. And Ruddy gets aboard. Good idea there by the Oilers, as Winslow really feeling it. That's his second hit of the game so far. And Winslow now after that bunt, and a little shaken up on the play, but going to have to refocus here. Runner on first, 2 outs. And that one's fouled out of play for strike 1.
That ball brought to you by Ron Horvath.
Winslow with an 0-1 count to Mikey Honer at the plate. Thomas Ruddy on first. And 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That one sails out of play. Strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch from Winslow. Up high for ball 1. Runner on first, 1-2 count for Robert Winslow on the mound. Mikey Honer on the plate. Winslow sets, 1-2. And that one drops in, and Gomez going to have to hurry, throw it down to Mitchie. And that is a stolen base for Thomas Ruddy on the mound. Stands on second after that stolen base. Two count. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Runner on second, and the top of the order on deck for the Oilers. Winslow looks over to second and throws. That one down low for ball 3, and now Winslow going to have to find the strike zone here, full count. Winslow looks in. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Throws. That one's chopped out to center, and Johnson Gonna have to hurry. And Johnson dives. And another great catch by Johnson out there. And center saves another run. And saves for sure extra bases. And Winslow's gonna be buying that guy dinner tonight. As we're through 5, Winslow stays out to give Johnson a pat on the back. A great catch out there by center field, Jeremy Johnson. We're through 5. The Chinooks have a 2-0 lead as we head to the top half of the 6th as your Chinooks come to the plate. And as we head to the top half of the 6th, pitch hitter on for the Chinooks, Luke Coffey. Coming in to hit Hayden Mixon. Raymond Kerr back on the mound. 2-0 lead for the Chinooks after an amazing catch by Jeremy Johnson in the bottom half of the 5th to save extra bases and a run for the Chinooks. And Kerr missed down low to Coffey. 1-0 count. Coffey digs in at the plate. 1-0 pitch. And Coffey thought about it for a moment, but strike 1 is the call. 1-1 pitch. Kerr throws. And a big swing and a miss by Coffey. 1-2 is the count. One and 2. That one's on the outside for ball 2. 2-2 pitch. And that one hangs inside. And Coffey going to work with the full count. Coffey last night went 0 for 3 and comes into this game with a .246 batting average from Westmont College. So I'm sure he'll come on in the bottom half of the 6th to take over at first. But right now faces a 3-2 pitch from Raymond Kern. Nobody out. Nobody on in the top half of the 6th. And Coffey gets some wood on that one and sends that sailing foul. Keep this count full. 3-2 pitch. Coming to Luke Coffey at the plate. Kerr looks into his catcher Honer and throws. And that one is strike 3. As that was a close strike call there. As Coffey had his bat thrown and halfway to first, has to come back to the dugout after that strike 3 call. Alex Schmitz now coming to the plate for the Chinooks with 1 out, nobody on. Kerr throws, and Schmitz lays down a bunt, and that one's going to go foul. A 1 pitch to Schmitz at the plate. And Schmitz takes that one in there for strike 2. Good framing there by Mikey Honer. That one hangs high for ball 1. One-two pitch from Kerr on the mound. And Schmitz at the plate. Here comes the pitch, and Schmitz swings and misses for strike 3, and that's 2 outs now on the top of the 6th for the Chinooks. As Levi Gilcrease, the Chinook right fielder, comes to the plate.
Now batting for the Chinooks, right fielder, number 10, Levi Gilcrease.
Kerr looks in, nobody on. 2-0 lead for the Chinooks with 2 outs. And Gilcrease is swing and a miss for strike 1. A 1 pitch. And that one is in for strike 2, Gilcrease. Down 0-2 here to Raymond Kerr on the mound. 0-2. And throws. And got him as Gilcrease looks into that one. Strike 3. And Kerr strikes out the side. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Chinooks hold a 2-0 lead as the Oilers come to the plate in the bottom half of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th now. Chinooks have a 2-0 lead. Luke Coffey comes on to play first base in replacement of Hayden Mixon. And John Thomas in the top of the order. Coming to the plate now for the Oilers in the bottom of the 6th. And Winslow on the mound puts that one in for strike 1. Winslow, 5 innings of 2-hit baseball. Feeling the ball well there on the mound. Some action in the Chinook bullpen. And that one is out in the right center. And Johnson is able to get out there in center field. Johnson showing a lot of athleticism and range out there in center field. Puts that one away for out number 1.
Number 3, Oliver Dunn.
Oliver Dunn now coming to the plate with 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Winslow steps on the mound, 1 away, bottom of the 6th. That one down low for ball 1. That one down low, ball 2. Two 0 pitch from Winslow. That one in there for strike number 1. 2-1 pitch. And Dunn out in the right center. That's going to drop. And Johnson, once again, great athleticism out there in center field. Puts that one away. Johnson has saved about 5 hits out there in center field and about 3 runs. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Caleb Hicks now to the plate. Robert Winslow on the mound. Winslow winds and throws. That one inside for ball 1. One 0 pitch. Good plate framing there by Gomez in for strike 1. 1-1 pitch from the Chinook right-hander. Winslow sets and throws. That one is to Coffey, and Coffey leaps and puts that away for out number 3 in foul territory. We're through 6. Robert Winslow feeling on the mound. 2-0 lead of 2-hit baseball for Winslow. And as we go to the top of the 7th, Chinooks hold the 2-0 lead. We'll be back. Top of the 7th now as we're back. 2-0 lead for the Chinooks. New pitcher on. Billy Clemens from Hawaii Pacific University on to pitch for the Oilers. In 5 games pitched, 9 1/3 innings, 7.71 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 11 hits given up from the 6'2 right-hander. And he throws to Micah Prees, and Prees first pitch swinging sends that down to the backstop. Clemens last pitched June 24th. And a 9-1 win over the Pilots. And he has an 0-1 count to Prees at the plate. And Prees is going to chop that. And good athleticism there by Clemens. Jumps up and puts that away. And throws over to first for out number 1. Jeremy Johnson, who has made a great display of some catches out there in center field to save some runs from the Oilers. Steps to the plate with 1 out. Nobody on in the top half of the 7th. 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. Clemens looks in and throws. Johnson watches that one in there for ball 1. One 0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Johnson steps in, 1-1 count. Up high for ball 2. Two 1 pitch. Outside for ball 3. Three 1 count now. Coming from Billy Clemens on the mound. The Jeremy Johnson at the plate. Clemens delivers in there for strike 2, and Johnson has to work with a full count now. Aaron Shackelford on deck for the Chinooks. We'll look to hit with the base runner on as we'll see if Johnson here can do just that. And Johnson over to Thomas at short. Thomas has to hurry. Those over to first, and there is the first out. Excuse me, second out of the 7th inning here.
Now batting for the Chinooks, designated hitter, number 8, Aaron Shackelford.
Two outs for Aaron Shackelford. Aaron Shackelford with 2 outs. Takes that one low for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Shackelford at the plate. Clemens sets and throws. Inside, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Up high for ball 3, and Shackelford in control here, 3-0. Clemens sets with a 3-0 pitch coming to Shackelford at the plate. That one's and drops in for strike 1. 3-1 hitters count now to the Chinook DH. With Brandon Mitchie on deck. 3-1. And a big swing and miss from Shackelford. Full count now. 2-0 lead, top of the 7th. Your Chinooks in control. Aaron Shackelford. Full count at the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. Billy Clemens on the mound. Looks in. And that one is in the dirt. And they're going to say Shackelford did not go. And Shackelford gets on first due to a walk. Brandon Mitchie now stepping in the plate with runner on first, 2 away. And a 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks in the top half of the 7th. Clemens sets back on the mound. Inside for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Up high and outside for ball 1. Even count of 1-1 now, with the runner on first and 2 away. Top half of the 7th here. Clemens sets the 1-1 pitch to Mitchie. Inside for strike 2, and Mitchie has to protect here. One-two pitch. Coming from Clemens. Shackelford takes his lead off first. And that one inside for ball 2. Honer jumped up trying to take off Shackelford with the back door. But no throw. 2-2 pitch now. Clemens steps back on the mound. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Top half of the 7th. Runner on first. Brandon Mitchie in the batter's box. Full count now. Brandon Mitchie digs in. 3-2 pitch coming from Clemens. 2 outs. Top half of the 7th. Clemens. The pitch. That one's inside, and that's back-to-back walks now. Runners on first and second with 2 away. And now Honer going to go have a word with his right-hander. Justin Gomez now to the plate with runners on first and second. 2 away, top half of the 7th. 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Clemens to Gomez. And that one drops in for ball 1. One 0 pitch. And the pitch to Gomez. Inside, ball 2. Clemens struggling to find that command there on the mound. 2-0 count. Coming from Clemens to Gomez. Runners on first and second. Top half of the 7th. Chinooks lead 2-0. Two 0 pitch. Two 0 pitch coming from Clemens. And Gomez going to pop that up into the outfield. And that one is going to be caught by John Thomas. And we head to the bottom half of the 7th. North Chinooks lead 2-0. Bottom of the 7th now. Jeremy Conant coming to the plate. Down 2-0 on the Oilers. Chinooks in control. And new pitcher, Aiden Stat on the mound for the Chinooks. Drops that one in for strike 1. 0-1 pitch. That one's chopped to Mitchie to second. Mitchie fields that. Throw over to first. And there is the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting for your Peninsula. baseman heading to the University of California, Riverside. Number 23, Nathan Webb.
Nathan Webb now to the plate with one out. In the bottom of the seventh here. Hayden Stout, 3 games pitched as he drops that one in for strike one. Stout, 3 innings pitched this season, 1 strikeout, 4 walks, 12 ERA. We last saw him June 29th in an 8-12 loss. Pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 walk. And he'll look for a different tune this outing. 0-1 pitch and drops that one in for ball 1. One pitch. And that one's out to left field, and Prees goes back and puts that away. 2 outs now. The bottom of the 7th.
Now batting for your Peninsula Oilers. Center fielder from the University of Southern California. Number 8, Matthew Acosta.
Matthew Acosta now. Coming to the plate with 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th here. 2-0 lead for the Chinooks. And Stout. Paw pitch outside and high, ball 1. One-zero pitch from Stout. And that one's out to center. And Johnson rolls back and puts that away. And we're through 7. Chinooks have a 2-0 lead. When we come back, Chinooks coming to the plate in the top of the 8th. Top of the 8th here. As we just passed the 9 o'clock mark in beautiful Kenai, Alaska. Alex Crotty now, hit from the left side. Comes to the plate in the top half of the 8th. 2-0 lead here for the Chinooks. Billy Clemens on the mound. Clemens looks into Crotty. And the pitch. And that one's good for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch to Crotty. That one is inside for ball 1. As Crotty had to back up out of the way of that one. And Crotty gonna hit that, chop that on the right, and done out there over at second. Puts that away for out number 1. Now batting Luke Covey, who came in and playing first. Comes to the plate now. And that one's in the air for strike 1. 0-1 pitch to Coffee. And Coffee hits that to Thomas at short. Thomas, the throw over to first, and that's in the dirt, but good scoop over there by Conan at first. And there are 2 outs now in the top half of the 8th.
Now batting for the Chinooks. Shortstop, number 11, Alex Schmitz.
Alex Schmitz now to the plate for the Chinooks. 2 outs, top of the 8th, 2-0 lead for the Chinooks. That one's in there for strike 1. No 1 pitch coming to Schmitz at the plate. Clemens on the mound. That one down low for ball 1. 1-1 pitch now. Down low for ball 2. 2-1 pitch to Schmitz. Two one pitch. And Schmitz fouls that out of play. Even counted 2-2.
That foul ball brought to you by Liz Dalton.
2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Top of the 8th, 2-0 lead for the Chinooks. Clemens sets on the mound and throws. And that one just hangs outside for ball 3. And the pitch, Schmitz over to Dunn at second, throws over to first, and that's going to be it. And that's the 3rd out of the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Chinooks have a 2-0 lead as they look to hold it here as we go to the Oiler, bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th now. Aiden Stout back once again on the mound for the Chinooks, trying to keep a 2-0 lead. Isaac DeVoe steps to the plate to try to get something started here for the Oilers. 2-0 lead, bottom of the 8th. Stout looks in, the first pitch. And that one's chopped foul for strike 1.
That foul ball brought to you by Mike and Peggy Baxter.
A 1 pitch coming from Stout. And that one's chopped to Mitchie at second. Mitchie dives and just gets under his glove. And there is the leadoff base runner on for the Oilers.
Now batting for your Peninsula Oilers, right fielder from Yale University, number 17, Thomas Ruddy.
And Justin Gomez trots out to the mound to have a word with Stout. Now he comes back. Runner on first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th. 2-0 lead for the Chinooks with Aiden Stout on the mound. And Thomas Ruddy coming to the plate for the Oilers here. Down 2. Bottom of the 8th. Stout throws over to first. And DeVoe slides back in safely. And Stout looks in to Ruddy. And the pitch. That one's out to left center. And Mike Capri's camps out of that one. And there is out number 1.
Now batting for your Peninsula Oilers, the catcher from Cisco College, number 39, Mikey Honer.
Mikey Honer now coming to the plate with 1 away. Runner on first. Bottom of the 8th here. Aiden Stout on the mound for the Chinooks. And some action now going on for the Chinooks. Stout looks in to Honer at the plate. DeVoe takes his lead off first. Stout sets on the mound, throws back again over to first. As DeVoe slides back in safely. Once again, the throw back over to first, slides back in safely. Stout sets on the mound. And throws. And Honer slices that one foul for strike number 1.
That ball brought to you by Big G Electric.
Bottom of the 8th, 2-0 lead for the Chinooks. 1 out, runner on first, 0-1 count going to Mikey Honer. Top of the order on deck for the Oilers is Stout once again, throws over to first. As DeVoe just gets in there in time. Stout sets on the mound, 0-1 pitch. And Honer chops that. That's going to get through. And this could be trouble. And Gilcrease throws over to third. And Shackelford, just. And that goes by him. And here comes the throw home. Gomez, and applies the tag. Out as the call at home. That was a lot of going back and forth here. And I'll take you through it. Mikey Honer, opposite field single into right. Gilcrease fielded that. DeVoe was coming around from second, going to third. Gilcrease overthrew Alex Crotty at third. DeVoe slid into third, and as the ball was overthrown, he was coming home. Crotty then when he got the ball, threw home to Gomez. Gomez then tagged him out for the second out of the inning. Meanwhile, Mikey Honer now stands at third through all of that. And we'll take it as the Chinooks get a run. There would have been a runner on third anyway. So we'll take the out. And now with 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, John Thomas comes to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on third. A 0-1 pitch from Stout. That's up high for ball 1. And the 1-1 pitch, and that's chopped out to Schmitz at short. Schmitz feels that, throws over to first, and Coffey does not able to dig that out, and that scores a run for the Oilers. And Coffey throws over to second. And the Oilers get 1. As Schmitz threw that down in the dirt, and Coffey was not able to dig it up. 2-1 lead now for the Chinooks. That was an error by Alex Schmitz, the shortstop. And now Oliver Dunn, all of a sudden, has a chance to tie this game up for the Oilers. In the bottom of the 8th, 2-1 lead, runner on second after an error by the shortstop, Alex Schmitz. And 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. 2-1 lead for the Chinooks. Oliver Dunn in, Aiden Stout on the mound. Stout sets, looks over to second, and throws. And that one's up high for ball one. One-0 count. Outside, and a balk is going to be the call out there. And after that balk by Stout, Thomas moves over to third. And the tying run 90 feet away here in the bottom of the 8th, 2-0 pitch. And done. Looks that one in there for strike one. Aiden Stout needs to find a way to get out here to keep the Chinooks in front. 2-1 pitch. And a big swing and a miss by Dunn, and Stout has the count even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Coming from Stout. Oliver Dunn at the plate. Run on third. Stout, the two-strike pitch. And Dunn to Mitchie at second. Mitchie fields that, throws over to first, and that's going to do it. We're through 8. The Oilers get a run across, but the Chinooks have a 2-1 lead. We head to the top of the 9th as your Chinooks look to have some insurance runs added. We'll be back. Top of the night now. Your Chinooks lead 2-1, looking at some insurance runs after the Oilers. Later one in the bottom of the 8th, Levi Gilcrease to lead things off. Takes that one in for strike one. New pitcher Mason Corneliuson from Mount San Antonio College. On to pitch for the Oilers. And he has a 0-1 count to Gilcrease. And that one low for ball one. On one pitch, Gilcrease sends that foul for strike two.
That's the ball brought to you by Gary Hale.
One-two pitch from Corneliuson. Gilcrease at the plate, top of the order. Mike Capri's on deck. The 1-2 pitch. And that one just hangs outside for ball two. Two-two pitch from Corneliuson. And Gilcrease chops that foul down the line. Two-two pitch from Corneliuson to Gilcrease. Corneliuson winds and throws, and that one hangs outside, and Gilcrease has a full count now. Three-two pitch. That one hangs high, and Gilcrease is going to be aboard with the walk. And now Mike Capri's coming to the plate with a runner on first, nobody out. Knock on wood, but I would not be surprised to see the bunt go down and get Gilcrease to second, especially with Jeremy Johnson on deck, who's been seeing the ball well of late. And here comes the throw to Prees. Gilcrease takes his lead off first. Prees lays down the bunt, goes down the first base line. Corneliuson throws over to first and low, but caught by Conant. And Prees does his job as he gets the runner over to second. And now there's one out in the top of the ninth. And Jeremy Johnson stepping to the plate.
Center fielder, number 14, Jeremy Johnson.
Jeremy Johnson to the plate with one away. Levi Gilcrease stands on second. 2-1 lead for the Chinooks, top of the ninth.
Jeremy. Yeah.
Here comes the pitch to Johnson. Johnson going to chop that over to third. Webb fields that. And the throw over to first. And that is a first. One pitch out as Johnson grounds out to third. And now 2 outs. Runner on second. Aaron Shackelford steps to the plate.
Number 8, Aaron Shackelford.
Corneliuson steps to the mound. Shackelford digs in at the plate. Levi Gilcrease on second. 1-run lead for the Chinooks, 2-1. In the top of the ninth. And the pitch. And that one hangs high for ball one. One 0 pitch coming to Shackelford. Shackelford regrips his batting gloves and steps back in. Shackelford would love to put a ball on a ride here. 1-0 pitch from Corneliuson on the mound. And puts that breaking ball in for a beauty, strike one. 1-1 count to the Masters University product, Aaron Shackelford. One pitch. That one down low, ball two. 2-2 pitch. 2-1 pitch, excuse me. And that breaking ball once again drops in there. And 2-strike pitch coming up now. And Shackelford with a runner on second. Faces a 2-2 pitch. Shackelford digs in. Corneliuson on the mound. Stretch. And delivers. Ooh, just missed the strike zone. Going to have full count now. Full count of 3-2. Brandon Mitchie stands on deck. Levi Gilcrease at second. Aaron Shackelford at the plate. 2-1 lead for the Chinooks. Corneliuson into the stretch. Throws. That one misses down low, and Shackelford is going to take his base. And Brandon Mitchie steps to the plate with runners on first and second and 2 outs. And now the Oilers are going to get a meeting from his pitching coach here.
Fans, at this time, if you'll take out your pink Main Street Tablet Grill tickets, we will be giving away 2 more prizes to 2 more lucky winners. Ticket numbers 80699. First ticket number 80699. Ticket number 2 is 806122. Once again, the second ticket number is.
And now the Oilers pitching coach watches back to the dugout.
Please take your tickets to the Chugiak to claim your Main Street.
And now Brennan Mitchie will dig in with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. 2-1 lead for the Chinooks.
Yeah, 1-2-2.
Corneliuson on the mound. Looks at Honer, the catcher. In the stretch. And pitches. And Mitchie ropes that down the line. Just foul. Down the right field line as he got all of that one. And the runners will go back to their bases here. 0-1 count. A 1 pitch. That one's outside for ball 1. 1-1 pitch to Mitchie. And a swing and a miss by Mitchie puts Corneliuson ahead 1-2. The play will have to protect here. Levi Gilcrease stands on second. Aaron Shackelford stands on first. And Brandon Mitchie faces the 1-2 count from Mason Corneliuson. On to pitch. 2-1 lead for the Chinooks. Mitchie. He's going to try to put this one in play to give this some insurance runs. 1-2 pitch. And Corneliuson steps off the mound.
You can blame me all you want, but it's innocent until proven guilty. No, that's just the House of Blood.
Corneliuson sets the 1-2 pitch. And that one's outside, ball 2. Mitchie will stay alive for another pitch. Gilcrease takes his lead off second. Shackelford takes his lead off first. 2-2 pitch coming to Mitchie at the plate. And 2 away in the top of the ninth. 2-1 lead for the Chinooks. The 2-2 pitch. And Mitchie's going to send that out to left field, and that ball is going to sail foul, and we'll do that 2-2 over again.
Yeah, he's got 2.
2-2 pitch. Once again from Corneliuson on the mound to Mitchie at the plate. 2-2. And Mitchie again fouls that one out of play. Mitchie seems to be on whenever Corneliuson is throwing to him. 2-2 is the count with 2 outs, top of the ninth. Runners on first and second for the Chinooks. Brandon Mitchie at the plate, 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. And that one misses outside. Full count here for Mitchie. And we'll see here if Mitchie can make contact. 3-2 pitch, full count. Runners on first and second. 2-1 lead for the Chinooks. Corneliuson sets and delivers. Runners are going. Mitchie now to center field. That has a chance. And that ball is going to be at the bottom of the wall. And Gilcrease scores. Here comes Shackelford. And Mitchie's going to try to extend this into a triple. Mitchie slides in head first and safe. And a 2-run triple for the Chinooks as Mitchie lined that one out to center and just got over the head of Matthew Acosta out there. And Mitchie puts the Chinooks firmly in the lead, 4-1. Four-1 lead for the Chinooks for Justin Gomez to the plate. Mitchie stands 90 feet away, representing the 5th run of the game for the Chinooks. 2 outs, top of the ninth. 4-1 lead now after Mitchie lined a 2-out, 2-run triple for the Chinooks. And that one's in the dirt, low for ball one. That hit from Mitchie just was a straight shot into center field that just kept on going and over the head of Acosta. And Mitchie did not stop one bit, stands on third now. 1-0 pitch coming to Gomez. And Gomez lines out in the right field, and that has a chance. And that ball is off the bottom of the wall. Mitchie scores, and Gomez is going to steam around second. And this has a chance to be a triple. The throw, Gomez slides in, and safe, and back-to-back triples. And the Chinooks, talk about insurance, puts 4 on the board and 2 hits. Excuse me, puts 3 on the board. 5-1 lead now for the Chinooks. 5-1 lead for the Chinooks after Gomez ripped that ball in the right field, dropped at the bottom of the wall. 5-1 lead now for the Chinooks. Two outs. Alex Crotty now to the plate.
Feels like 15.
5-1 lead now for the Chinooks after back-to-back triples. And 2 outs in the ninth. And that one is in there for strike one. To Alex Crotty at the plate. Justin Gomez on third. 0-1 pitch to Crotty. That one's in the dirt for ball one. One pitch now. And that one's in for strike two to Crotty. One-two pitch coming from Corneliuson. And that one hangs outside for ball two. Two-two pitch. To Crotty at the plate. Gomez on third. 2 outs, top of the ninth. And that one's inside. Full count now, 3-2. Full count of 3-2. 2 outs. Justin Gomez on third. 5-1 lead for the Chinooks after they put 3 in the top of the ninth. The 3-2 pitch. And Crotty lines that in right field. And that has a chance. And that ball is off the wall. And Crotty is going to stay at second. And 6-1 lead. And the Chinooks bats just like the sun has come out of nowhere. As the Chinooks have a 6-1 lead in the top of the ninth. Crotty just ripped that in the right field out of the chance. Just died as it got to the wall. And that is now back-to-back extra base hits. It all started with a 2-run triple from Mitchie after he ripped a line drive over the center field's head to put the Chinooks up 4-1. Then right after him, Gomez sent a bomb out to right field that hit the bottom of the wall for an RBI triple. And Crotty sends it to almost the same exact place for an RBI double. And Corneliuson puts that one in for strike one. 6-1 lead in the top of the ninth for the Chinooks. As Luke Coffey still has a chance to do some damage here as Alex Crotty stands at second. 2 out, 6-1 lead for the Chinooks. 0-1 pitch. And Coffey rips that in the right. And that's going to drop. And Crotty is going to be waved in. Ruddy comes up throwing, but no, John Groth is going to hold Crotty. As I was going to say, Crotty, not the best legs. As he's playing third base tonight, but he is a catcher. And Ruddy, as we saw last night, does have an arm. As it would have been another close play at the plate and with a 6-1 lead. Don't want to force anything. 6-1 lead here for the Chinooks. Alex Crotty on third. Luke Coffey at first after he singled in the shallow right. And Alex Schmitz now stepping to the plate with 2 outs, top of the ninth, looking to still extend this lead. And that one is inside for ball 1.
Last
1-0 pitch. And Schmitz going to foul out of the play. 1-1 is the count now.
That ball brought to you by Christie Babcock State Farm.
Alex Crotty on third. He got aboard with a double in the right. Stands on third thanks to Luke Coffey's single, who stands over at first. And now Alex Schmitz to the plate. 1-1 pitch from Corneliuson on the mound. 6-1 lead for the Chinooks. Ball does not break. 2-1 pitch now. Two-one pitch. That one in the dirt. Ball 3. Good job by Honer to keep that in front of him. In other Alaska Baseball League news, the Pilots and Bucks played a doubleheader. The Pilots took game 1, 2-1, and the Bucks took game 2, 5-2. So that will impact the standings here, as if the Chinooks can remain in control, will still be tied for third place with the Pilots. And that ball misses low, and base is loaded now. And the Chinooks have batted around as Levi Gilcrease comes to the plate. Base is loaded, 2 out, 6-1 lead for the Chinooks.
Right fielder, number 10, Levi Gilcrease.
Base is loaded here, top of the ninth, 6-1 lead for the Chinooks for Levi Gilcrease. Coming to the plate, has a chance to put this game very out of reach. Corneliuson will just try to put this ball in play to get the out.
He gets one pitch out, 39 pitches.
And Gilcrease, first pitch swinging, gets it in the outfield. Crotty scores, and right behind him comes Coffey. Coffey comes in to score 2 more runs for the Chinooks. 8-1 lead in the top of the ninth as Gilcrease came out aggressive. Singled that up the middle, and Crotty and Coffey come across to score. 8-1 lead now for the Chinooks. As we're back at the top of the order, Mike Caprice to the plate with still 2 outs and an 8-1 lead here. Has 6 runs in the top of the ninth for the Chinooks. And that's going to be time for pitching change as the Oilers are going to get a new pitcher. And while that's going on, we're going to take a short break here. 8-1 lead in the top of the ninth in favor of your Chinooks. And we're back after a pitching change. Chinooks up 8-1 as Mike Caprice digs in with runners on first and second. Trent Patton, the Cal State Fullerton right-hander, on to pitch for the Oilers here in the top of the ninth. 2 outs, 8-1 lead for the Chinooks. And Preece, first pitch swinging, sends out to center field. And that is finally going to be the third out of the game, third out of the inning. Not before the Chinooks put 6 runs on the board for an 8-1 lead, and we head to the bottom of the ninth looking for the win over the Oilers. We head to the bottom of the ninth with an 8-1 lead. We'll be back. Bottom of the ninth now as the Chinooks look to put the closing thoughts on this one up 8-1. Aiden Stout once again back on the mound for the Chinooks. Caleb Hicks now to lead things off for the Oilers. 8-1 lead here in the bottom of the ninth. Stout looks into Hicks. Sets and throws. And that one drops in for strike number 1. A 1 pitch coming from Stout. Stout sets the 0-1 pitch. That one is fouled to the backstop. Strike 2. Oh, 2. 0-2 pitch coming from Stout. And that one's out to center field, and that's going to be trouble. And that one's going to drop, and the Oilers are going to have a leadoff base runner. As Gilcrease and Wright trying to get the runner out at first after he took a pretty large gap. And now with a runner on first and an 8-1 lead, Jeremy Conant hitting from the left side comes to the plate. Stout looks in, runner on first. And the pitch, and Conant going to foul that one away for strike 1. Conant steps back in. 1 pitch coming. Runner on first. Nobody out. Oh, 1 pitch. That one's down the line foul. Oh, 2 pitch from Stout, and that one is chopped foul to keep it 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch again coming from Stout. And a swing and a miss by Conant. And that is out number 1 at the top of the ninth. Excuse me, bottom of the ninth here. Nathan Webb now to the plate. With one out, runner on first. Nathan Webb to the plate. Looking to keep a rally going here. Stout down low, ball one. No pitch. In there for strike one. And the 1-1 pitch, a beautiful breaking ball in there from Stout. 1-2. One-two pitch. Stout sets on the mound and delivers. That one is sent high and foul to keep this at 1-2. One-two pitch. And just misses inside for ball two. Two-two pitch. And that one's chopped to Schmitz. This could do it. 6-4. Cannot get the double play. As they do get the fielder's choice out at second. As Nathan Webb was able to hustle down the line at first to keep this game alive. 2 outs now, top of the ninth, bottom of the ninth. 8-1 lead for the Chinooks. As Aiden Stout is 1 out away from closing the door on this game. That one outside, ball one. One-zero pitch. That one's in there for strike number one. One pitch. From Stout. And that one drops down for 2. Webb takes second. Two-one pitch from Stout. Runner on second. 8-1 lead for the Chinooks. Matthew Acosta at the plate. Stout the pitch. And a big swing and a miss by Acosta. Evens up the count 2-2. And now Aiden Stout 1 strike away from putting the win in the Chinooks column here. 2-2 pitch from Stout. Stout sets, looks in, and throws. And that one's chopped to first. Coffee fields it and steps on first, and that's going to do it. The Chinooks put the finishing touches on this game, and they beat the Peninsula Oilers 8-1. 8 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Robert Winslow, though, the winning pitcher, Nathan Stout, came in out of the bullpen and gave 3 innings of 1-run ball game. We're going to take a quick break, but Jeremy Johnson, the player of the game, went 2 for 4, came across the score twice, was walked once, and had some outstanding catches to save some runs early in the ball game. Will be with us in moments as we're going to take a short break, but have a player of the game interview with Jeremy Johnson. We'll be back. Testing, testing. And we're back. Caleb Duarte here with the player of the game, Jeremy Johnson. Jeremy, first off, a great win. How does it feel to just have the bats alive and finally beat these Oilers after a very rough game last night, but to just have an easy-going win this game?
It was fun. It was fun. It was a close game throughout the entire game, and we love competing and having every pitch making a difference. And so it was fun to actually pull away, because I know we've had a lot of close games where other teams have pulled away at the end, but it was fun to actually be on the other end of it this time.
Now, in the score sheet, you went 2 for 4, came across the score, was actually open the scoring for the Chinooks, was the first run. However, what I want to talk about was your 2 amazing catches out there in center field. Take us through that. How was it? I mean, how was those? It just seemed impossible to catch them. I mean, you saved not only runs but extra bases. Take us through that. Did you think you caught it? How was your tracking it? How'd that work?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Levi Gilcrease.
All right, fielder.
Micah Priest, because
left fielder.
They always talk about, make sure you're talking and communicating. And so Levi, he said that catch was 20% me, because he likes to tell me, in, back, far, stuff like that. So I just got a good jump, and I kept running, and I saw the ball falling. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to lay out and hopefully catch the ball. So,
well, it was a great effort. Everybody in the press box was talking about your amazing range and athleticism, and you saved the runs and saved the game. And then finally, last question, that 9th inning rally, just an explosion of 6 runs. How did that feel?
It felt great. It seemed like everybody was getting on the hitting parade that inning. I was the second out of the inning. I know Micah got us started, and it was just fun. It was just fun.
Well, it was awful fun to watch. An 8-1 win. We'll be back here at 2 o'clock. Jeremy will be playing once again for the Chinooks. Jeremy, any last words?
Nah, War Eagle.
War Eagle, an Auburn alum, Auburn player. Well, Jeremy, thank you. Great game, an 8-1 win over the Chinooks. And we are back here in Kenai at 2 o'clock. This is Jeremy Johnson. I'm Caleb Duarte. Have a great night, everyone, and God bless, and fish on.